I'm going to give you a New Testament verse, and then I'm going to go back to the Old Testament and share some stuff with you. But in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, this is Paul writing to the church at Thessalonica, and in verse, in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 11 and 12, here's what it says. It says, "And that you study to be quiet and to do your own business, and that you work with your own hands as we commanded you." Now, why is the apostle Paul, who wrote 14 out of the 21 books in the New Testament, writing to the church and saying, hey, study, be diligent to be quiet and do your own business. Work with your own hands as we commanded you, which means I've already told you this before. I'm telling you this again. Do your own business. Why is he saying that? Well, he tells us why he's saying that in verse 12. Here's what it says. That ye may walk honestly toward them that are without. What does that mean? Paying your bills on time. That's what it means. So that when you owe somebody money who's not a believer, you pay them when you owe them and not a minute late. How do you do that? By having your own business. And that ye may have lack of nothing. I don't know, that's pretty clear. Like, I didn't add anything into that, did I? Okay, so God said, if you want to be able to pay your bills on time and not lack anything, have your own business. It's pretty clear. Did you know there are only two classifications of jobs that I've been able to find in Scripture? Now, you might be able to find another one, but I've only been able to find two classifications of jobs. Other than these two classifications of jobs, everybody else owned businesses. I'm not talking about kings and priests and people in ministry, but I'm talking about jobs, like in the workplace. Two classifications. Y'all want to know what they are? Slaves and soldiers. Everybody else in the scriptures, every major Bible character, almost every major Bible character owned a business. Isn't that mind-blowing? And we think that having a job is not a sin. It's not bad, but it's not God's ideal design for your financial life. He said that you study to be quiet and to do your own business. Proverbs 22:29 says this. It says, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men." I didn't put that in there. So when I was an assistant pastor, this was many, many years ago. This was probably 12 years ago, maybe 13. I was assistant pastor. My younger brother was senior pastor. And I had business. I didn't take a salary from the church because I didn't need one. And so I just served on staff, and then I taught people how to have business. And so, and sometimes I preached messages like this about business at church. And so a lady in the church, who's a real estate agent, she came to me and she said, "Myron," she said, "why do you always talk about business and money so much?" I said, "Because I don't want to misrepresent Christ in the marketplace." What does that mean? I don't want to tell people that I serve a God of abundance while they watch me live in lack. It doesn't match. And by the way, God's not the one who made it that way. I am, because I disregarded what he said. We've all heard from Ephesians chapter 5 where it says, "See that you walk circumspectly as wise, not as fools." Doing what? What does it say next? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. That's really an interesting word. Redeeming the time.